Hi, my dear students. This is Murthy. Welcome to Raghav Math e-learning. Today's class is finding domain of the functions which are having trigonometric functions. Already on finding domains, I did 4 videos and I gave all the links in description. Once you watch all the videos, definitely you can get more command on finding domains of the function. Coming to today's class, to find domains of the functions having trigonometric functions, these basics are required. So you must remember all these things. See, coming to sin x, you know that sin x function is defined on entire real number set, is it? So coming to sin x, domain is real number set. Cos x, domain is real number set. Cos x also defined at everywhere, is it? So for that domain is real number set. Coming to tan x, you know that tan x is sin x by cos x. And already we discussed, if denominator is 0, that is not defined, is it? So here you can observe, in denominator we have cos x. So if cos x is 0, it is not defined. When cos x 0, at odd multiples of pi by 2, cos x is 0, is it? You know that cos x, cos 90 0, is it? And cos 3 pi by 2 0, is it? Cos 5 pi by 2 0. So cos function is 0 at odd multiples of pi by 2. So cos x equal to 0, then the solution is x equal to 2n plus 1 into pi by 2, is it? Now here coming to tan x, it is sin x by cos x. If cos x is 0, this is not defined. So where cos x is 0, 2n plus 1 into pi by 2. So this function is not defined at 2n plus 1 into pi by 2, is it? So this is defined at everywhere except 2n plus 1 into pi by 2. So domain of this function is r minus 2n plus 1 into pi by 2. Coming to this cot x. So for cot x, you can take cos x by sin x. Here you can observe the denominator sin x. So if sin x is 0, is that function defined? No. So sin x is 0, it is not defined. When sin x is 0, x equal to n pi, is it? So you know that sin 0 is 0, is it? Sin pi 0, sin 2 pi 0, is it? So if the angle is multiple of pi, then sin x is 0. So sin x is 0, then x equal to what? N pi, is it? So here, if sin x is 0, this is not defined, is it? So that's why it is defined at everywhere except n pi. Why? Because at n pi, denominator become 0, is it? So you must remember, when sin x is 0, x equal to n pi. When cos x is 0, x equal to odd multiple of pi by 2, that is 2n plus 1 into pi by 2, is it? Coming to this cosecant x. What is cosecant x? 1 by sin x. Again you can observe the denominator. So when sin x is 0, then this function is not defined. So where sin x is 0? N pi. So domain of this function is entire real number set except n pi values, is it? Coming to secant x, it is 1 by cos x. So where it is not defined? If denominator is 0, this is not defined, is it? So cos x is 0, this is not defined. When cos x is 0? At 2n plus 1 into pi by 2. So domain of secant x is all real numbers except 2n plus 1 into pi by 2, is it? Coming to inverse trigonometric functions. Domain of sin inverse x, that is closed interval minus 1 comma 1. Domain of cos inverse x, that is also closed interval minus 1 comma 1. Domain of tan inverse x, entire real number set. Domain of cot inverse x, entire real number set. You must remember that. Domain of cosecant inverse x, that is minus infinity to minus 1 union closed interval 1 to infinity. Or you can take like this, real number set minus the values between minus 1 and 1. For secant inverse x also same. To answer the problems related to domain for the functions which are having trigonometric functions, these basics are required. Coming to first example, domain of secant 2x. Okay, see, you know that secant 2x, it is 1 by cos 2x, is it? Where it is not defined. So if denominator is 0, this is not defined, is it? So this is not defined. This is not defined when cos 2x is equal to 0, is it? So you tell now, where cos theta is 0, theta is 2n plus 1 into pi by 2, is it? So here we have cos 2x equal to 0. So in place of angle what we have? 2x must be equal to 2n plus 1 into pi by 2, is it? So what is x? 2n plus 1 into pi by 4 comma n belongs to z, is it? So this function is not defined for these values of x, right? So can you tell required domain? So required domain, that is entire real number set except these values. Why? Because at these values this function is not defined. So r minus 2n plus 1 into pi by 4 comma n belongs to z. So this is domain of secant 2x. Coming to second one, find domain of cosecant 5x. So first you write that. What is cosecant 5x? It is 1 by sin 5x, is it? So where it is not defined, denominator is 0, this is not defined, is it? So again, it is not defined when sin 5x is equal to 0, is it? So we know that where sin theta is 0, theta equal to n pi, is it? So in place of theta, what we have? 5x, is it? So 5x equal to n pi implies x equal to n pi by 5 comma n belongs to z, right? So cosecant 5x is not defined for x equal to n pi by 5, is it? So domain of this function is entire real number set except these angles. So minus n pi by 5 comma n belongs to z. This is domain of cosecant 5x. Moving to next, domain of tan 2x by 6 cos x plus 2 sin 2x. Okay, here coming to this, anyhow we know one thing, that is this function is not defined when denominator is 0, is it? But you can observe the numerator, it is tan 2x, is it? So for tan 2x also some limitations are there. Why? Because tan 2x is sin 2x by cos 2x, is it? So first we think about that tan 2x, is it? So tan 2x, what is tan 2x? It is sin 2x by cos 2x. So where it is not defined, denominator is 0, right? So is not defined when cos 2x equal to 0, is it? See, this is not defined when cos theta is 0. You know that where cos theta is 0, theta equal to 2n plus 1 into pi by 2, is it? So from this you can write 2x equal to 2n plus 1 into pi by 2, is it? You have to find x values, right? So what is x? X equal to 2n plus 1 into pi by 4 comma n belongs to z, is it? See, at these values, is tan 2x defined or not? Yes, tan 2x is not defined at these values. Is it clear? Right. Now you observe the total function. So this total function having some denominator. So if this denominator is 0, then also this function is not defined. Is it? So this is not defined. I mean, given f of x is not defined when the denominator is 0. What is the denominator? 6 cos x plus 2 sin 2x is equal to 0. Is it clear? Right. Now you see that 6 cos x plus, you know, sin 2a, 2 sin a cos a. So here already we have 2. So totally it is 4 sin x cos x equal to 0. Is it clear? What we can take common? From this you can take cos x common. Is it? So cos x into, then remaining 6 plus 4 sin x is equal to 0. So from this you can write either cos x 0 or 6 plus 4 sin x is 0. Is it? When cos x is 0, x equal to 2n plus 1 into pi by 2. Is it? Or coming to this, what is sin x here? Minus 6 by 4. Is it minus 3 by 2? Yes, it is minus 1.5. See, is sin x minus 1.5? No, that is wrong. Why? Because sin x always in between minus 1 and 1 only. Is it? So you can't get sin x is minus 1.5. That is impossible. So this is impossible. Leave it. It is impossible. Is it? So leave this. Remaining what we got? Only 2n plus 1 into pi by 2. At these angles, is this function defined or not? No, not defined. At these values also this function is not defined. Is it? We are finding domain. Domain means what? Where the function is defined. We have to give those values. Is it? So domain of the function, that is entire real number set minus, we don't want to take these values, so 2n plus 1 into pi by 4 such that n belongs to z, union, we don't want to take these values, so 2n plus 1 into pi by 2 such that n belongs to z. So domain of this function is entire real number set except these angles and also these angles. Is it clear? So this is domain of this function. See, coming to next one, you have to find domain of the function square root of cosecant x minus 1. Okay, you know about square root function. So in square root function what we have, that must be greater than or equal to 0. Is it? Otherwise root function is not defined. So this is defined. This is defined when cosecant x minus 1 greater than or equal to 0. Is it? And here we have cosecant x. So we know that cosecant x is 1 by sin x, right? So where it is not defined? When sin x is 0, then it is not defined. Is it? So this is not defined. This is not defined when sin x equal to 0. Where sin x is 0, x equal to n pi. So you can't take multiples of pi. There cosecant x is not defined. Okay, we do the simplification. What we got here you can observe. Cosecant x is greater than or equal to 1, right? Yes, cosecant x greater than or equal to 1. Is it? You tell now, what is domain of cosecant x? That is entire real number set except n pi. Is it? Why? Because at 10 pi sin x becomes 0. So cosecant x is 1 by sin x. That is the reason domain of cosecant x is this. Can you tell that What is range of cosecant x? The range of cosecant x is minus infinity to minus 1 union 1 to infinity. Is it? Listen carefully. Here, what we got? Cosecant x greater than or equal to 1. Greater than or equal to 1 means here you should take the angles so that cosecant x value is belongs to closed interval 1 comma infinity. Is it? So only we want these values. Is it? Means here you can write that cosecant x is positive. Is it? Greater than or equal to what? 1. Is it? So range of cosecant x is minus infinity to minus 1 union 1 to infinity. But what we want? Only greater than or equal to 1 we want. Is it? So only positive values we want. Where cosecant x is positive? In first quadrant it is positive. Second quadrant also it is positive. Is it? So x belongs to open 0 comma pi. Is it clear? Why? Because we can't take x 0. If you take x 0, cosecant x is not defined. If you take 180, there also cosecant x is not defined. So I have taken open intervals for this 0 and pi. So it is 0 comma pi. Is it clear? Right. So x belongs to open 0, open pi. But one thing, trigonometric functions are periodic functions. There are so many intervals where cosecant x is positive. Is it? That is the reason to get all those intervals, just add 2n pi to the obtained interval. Okay, then what we get? X belongs to 2n pi comma 2n pi plus pi. What is 2n pi plus pi? Take pi common. Then it is 2n plus 1 into pi. So 2n plus 1 into pi, where n belongs to z. This is answer to this problem. Is it clear? Coming to this. Domain of sin inverse 5x. You have to find domain of this function. Okay. So you know about sin inverse x. What is domain of sin inverse x? Domain is closed interval minus 1 comma 1. So in sin inverse function, whatever input is there, that must belongs to closed minus 1 comma 1. So here in sin inverse x, what we have? 5x. So when it is defined, this 5x must be between minus 1 and 1 or minus 1 or 1. Is it? So this is defined. This is defined when minus 1 less than or equal to 5x less than or equal to 1. Is it? You have to find x values, right? So to get x, divide this inequality with 5. Is it? So what we get? That is minus 1 by 5 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 1 by 5. So where this function is defined? X belongs to closed interval minus 1 by 5 comma 1 by 5. So domain of this function is closed interval minus 1 by 5 comma 1 by 5. Is it clear? Coming to sixth one. Domain of sin inverse x minus 3 by root 9 minus x square. Listen carefully. Here in numerator we have sin inverse x minus 3. So first we think about that sin inverse x minus 3. Okay. When it is defined when, yes, the value in sin inverse function must be in between minus 1 and 1. Is it? So minus 1 less than or equal to x minus 3 less than or equal to 1. Is it? And at the same time, here we have denominator, right? So in denominator we have root function. So where it is defined, you know that. So and 9 minus x square must be greater than 0. I think you know that why not it is greater than or equal to 0. If you take it is equal to 0, then this is not defined. Is it? Why? Because the square root is in denominator, right? So now do simplification. So coming to this, minus 1 less than or equal to x minus 3 less than or equal to 1. Add 3 to this inequation. What we get? 2 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 4. And simplify this. Multiply with minus sign. Then it become x square minus 9 is less than 0. Is it? So from this you can write x belongs to closed interval 2 comma 4. And x square minus 9 less than 0. Can I take it as x minus 3 into x plus 3 less than 0? Yes. Now by taking a real line, if you solve this inequation, you can get x belongs to open interval minus 3 comma open interval 3. Okay. So domain of this function is what? X belongs to this interval and x belongs to open interval minus 3 comma 3. Now what we have to do? You have to take the common part. Why? Because between and we have, so you have to take the intersection part between closed 2 comma closed 4 and open minus 3 comma 3. Is it? So what is the common part for that? I mean, here we have minus 3 to 3. Is it? At the same time we have 2 to 4. So here we have that 2 and here we have the 4. Is it? So we have this part and this part. What is the common part? Just it is from what? 2 to 3. Is it? So answer to this question is x belongs to 2 to 3. Here you must be very careful. For 2, open interval or closed interval. Coming to this. Is 2 there in this? Yes, we have 2. In this also we have 2. So 2 included. In this we have 3. But here we don't have 3. Is it right? So for 3 you take open interval. So domain of this function is closed interval 2 comma open interval 3. Now we have to find domain of the function root 1 minus 3x plus cos inverse 3x minus 1 by 2. See now, the coming to first one, it is square root function. When it is defined, 1 minus 3x must be greater than or equal to 0. Is it? And one more function we have here, that is cos inverse. So where it is defined, you know that the value in cos inverse or sin inverse, that must be between minus 1 and 1 only. Is it? So here minus 1 less than or equal to 3x minus 1 by 2 less than or equal to 1. Is it? Now do the simplification. Multiply this with minus sign. Then it becomes 3x minus 1 less than or equal to 0. And multiplying with 2, then you get minus 2 less than or equal to 3x minus 1 less than or equal to 2. Is it? Now here coming to this, x less than or equal to 1 by 3. And coming to this, add 1 to this inequation. If you add 1 to this inequation, you can get minus 1 less than or equal to 3x less than or equal to 3. Do the simplification. We want x. So divide this inequation with what? 3. Is it? So divide with 3. Right? What we get, you tell. Minus 1 by 3 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 1. Is it? So from this you can write x belongs to closed interval minus 1 by 3 to closed interval 1. And coming to this, x less than or equal to 1 by 3 means x belongs to minus infinity to 1 by 3. Is it? Now you take the real line. So here it is minus infinity. And suppose I am taking it is 1 by 3 is 0.3, right? And here we have 1. Is it? And suppose I am taking this is minus 1 by 3. Okay, na? Between we have and. So you have to find intersection part between this and this. So the first set of values of x, that is minus infinity to 1 by 3. So this. The second set of values, that is minus 1 by 3 to 1. So that is this. Now can you tell that what is the common part? Yes, this is the common part. Is it? So what is domain of the function? So domain is equal to, yes, here minus 1 by 3 to 1 by 3. So you must be very careful with interval, open or closed. Here minus 1 by 3. Yes, in this we have minus 1 by 3. Here also we have minus 1 by 3. So closed minus 1 by 3. 1 by 3. Yes, here we have that. In this also we have 1 by 3. Why? Because between minus 1 by 3 and 1 we have that, right? So closed 1 by 3. So domain of this function is closed interval minus 1 by 3 comma 1 by 3. Is it clear? Coming to this, we have to find domain of root sine inverse x. Listen carefully. Here first we have square root function. So we know that in square root function what is there that must be non-negative. Is it? So this is defined when sine inverse x greater than or equal to 0. Is it? And we have sine inverse function. So for sine inverse function, I mean for sine inverse x, what is that domain? Yes, it is minus 1 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 1, right? Now you have to simplify it. Listen carefully. You have to shift sine inverse function to right hand side. Is it? So if you shift sine inverse function to right hand side, you must be very careful while dealing with inequations. Why? Because if this function is increasing function, there is no change in inequation sign. But whatever function you are going to shift, that is decreasing function, you must change inequation sign. That's why you must be very careful while doing simplification with this type of inequations. So here we know that sine inverse x is increasing function. That is the reason there is no change in inequation sign. Simply we get x greater than or equal to sine 0, that is 0. Is it? And minus 1 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 1 means x belongs to closed minus 1 comma 1. Is it? So from this x greater than or equal to 0 means x belongs to closed 0 comma infinity. Is it? And x belongs to closed minus 1 comma 1. Is it? Now you have to find the common part between this and this, right? So one value is what? Minus 1 to 1. Other is what? 0 to infinity. Is it? So one is minus 1 to 1, other is 0 to infinity. What is the common part we got? Yes, 0 to 1. Is it? So domain of this function, that is closed interval 0 comma closed interval 1. Is it clear? Coming to ninth one, domain of root cos inverse x. So here you can observe that cos inverse x must be greater than or equal to 0. Why? Because it is in square root. And now coming to cos inverse function, x must be in between minus 1 and 1. So minus 1 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 1. Is it? So here you shift cos inverse to right hand side. We know that cos inverse x is decreasing function. That is the reason if you shift cos inverse to right side, inequation sign changes. Means x this greater than become less than or equal to cos 0. Is it? And x belongs to here what? Closed interval minus 1 comma 1. Is it? So here what we got, you see, that is x less than or equal to 1. And x belongs to closed minus 1 comma 1. Is it? So now x less than or equal to 1 means open interval minus infinity to closed 1. Is it? And x belongs to closed interval minus 1 comma 1. Okay. Now to decide the answer, you have to take intersection part between this and this. So what is that? That is, here one value is minus infinity to 1 and other is minus 1 to 1. So minus 1. So one is minus infinity to 1, other is minus 1 to 1. Can you tell what is the common part? Yes, that is between minus 1 and 1. So domain of this function, that is closed interval minus 1 comma closed interval 1. Is it clear? Now we have to find domain of the function log cos x to the base x. Okay. So coming to logarithm function, you know that whatever input we take in logarithm function, that must be positive, is it? And base must be positive but not equal to 1, right? So this is defined when cos x must be positive, I mean greater than 0, and x also positive, and at the same time x not equal to 1, base never be 1, is it? So this function is defined when cos x positive and x positive and x not equal to 1, right? Now you see that cos x positive, where cos x is positive? In first quadrant it is positive, in fourth quadrant it is positive, is it? See now. So you know first quadrant it is 0 to pi by 2. Suppose if I measure the angle in clockwise direction, then that is called negative angle. So can I take it as minus pi by 2? Yes. So first quadrant, fourth quadrant. To cover fourth and first quadrant, simply can I take that minus pi by 2 to pi by 2? Yes, between minus pi by 2 and pi by 2, either that will be in first quadrant or in fourth quadrant, is it? So cos x should be positive, is it? So I can write x belongs to open minus pi by 2 pi by 2. Is it clear? And x positive, right? X positive means, is it 0 to infinity? Yes. And already we decided x not equal to 1. Is it clear? Right. Now you can tell. So here from this, we have to find intersection part between them. Is it? So it is between minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. It is from 0 to infinity. So the final answer will be 0 to pi by 2. Is it? This is the common part, right? Here we have 0 to pi by 2. In this also we have 0 to pi by 2. Is it? And can you take 1? Yes, between 0 to pi by 2 is 1 there. Pi is 3.14. 3.14 by 2. Yes, it is 1 point something. So definitely between 0 pi by 2 we have 1. So we don't take that 1. So minus 1. So domain of this function is open interval 0 pi by 2 minus 1. My dear students, hope you understood how to find domain of the functions having trigonometric functions. Already I told you we did 4 videos on domains. All the links I gave in the description. Once you watch all the 4 videos till the end, definitely you can get more command to solve the problems related to domain of the functions. If you feel it is helpful, share this with your friends, subscribe to my channel, click the bell icon to get latest notifications. Thank you.